slowly lower it.
Yeah.
It's nice, right? The transition.
It's a nice transition.
I've been working on that. I think that's Butcher's beat right there.
Nice selection.
Yeah, man. Butcher got some beats, man. You guys hook up after the beat podcast?
Yeah, we hooked up a couple times. We ain't really build nothing on production, but
You gotta talk closer to the thing, and you
really
can move
do.
it closer towards you to
Okay.
make but you gotta be right there. Yeah.
we didn't really do much for production, but we linked up on some DJ.
Oh yeah. What was that about?
I had a battle coming up, and we linked and went over some stuff.
You got a battle? You had a battle coming up?
Yeah,
Because he was in a battle.
Yeah, no, he's
And
in a
not the
battle
diss, but I
in
didn't think
August.
he has a battle in August.
Yeah.
Is it the same kind of battle?
No, it's more like a professional Red Bull scratch battle. I won like a hype battle.
Okay, his was a scratch battle.
Yeah.
And then yours is a hype battle.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, I'm not trying to, diss or nothing, but when I heard Butcher was doing a scratch, I was like, who scratches anymore?
You're so old.
Well, that's why I'm old, because I remember that from my generation. But you're younger than me. People still scratch?
Definitely. Yeah.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Only DJs, obviously.
It's like a
sport.
current. It's like a current new wave, especially since they invented like smaller turntables where you can like take them in portable scratch everywhere.
So what are they scratching on, vinyl?
Yep, 45s, little LPs,
They scratch on the little vinyl?
Yep.
Why not the big vinyl? Because these new sound things are making it.
They can do it on both. They fit both tables, both records.
The small
ones and
fit
small ones, yeah.
But the small player fits both records.
Yes.
Damn, that's hell of advanced.
Man.
They're advanced. So that's why it made it come back?
Comes with a speaker and everything. Yeah.
It came with a speaker?
Like a built-in speaker you can plug into.
But only DJs are doing this.
Yeah, hobbyists, people that like records, vinyl, scratches,
Are kids doing it?
Yeah. Actually, people stay sending me videos about kids going in. I'm like, wow.
Really?
I wish I was like that when I was younger.
I haven't seen them surface on Instagram yet. Not saying that they're not out there, but I can't. Because when he said he went, I was like, dude, that's like an old thing. Like, who were there? Just like old people?
Nah.
But it made a wave back.
Yeah.
Okay. And the one you're doing is like a...
The one I did it's past tense. I believe.
Okay.
It was like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Like-
But it's more hype?
It was more hype. It was like...
What does that mean? So you're playing other people's music?
So I'm playing other people's music.
That doesn't make no
and
sense.
I cheated as well.
Wait a
I
minute.
played my
Wait a
own
minute.
music.
Hold on. There's a DJ competition. I think this is an Instagram clip. This is a
crowd
DJ. So the hype, I really don't get that. So you're playing like regular people's mainstream music and just in the way that you play it.
Mainstream, underground, whatever gets
Whatever.
you think the crowd is going to get hype off of, you're playing it basically.
Oh, okay. And so the judges
we only had
act.
like a little bit of time. We had DJ Toure, special judge. We had Don P. Shout out to Don P. We
Shout out
had
Don P.
DJ Slappy, DJ Upgrade. Those were all the judges. Those
Okay.
were 4 judges, and then the
I
crowd,
know all those guys.
The crowd judged as well. So like the judges gave their verdict, and then if it was close or tie, they would go to the crowd and then do the hand over the head thing. See who
Well,
gets
shouldn't the
louder.
crowd be the main judge?
Yeah, that is the main judge but when it's close,
Then you go to the judges?
you go to the crowd.
Isn't that backwards though?
I don't think so.
You like it that way?
Yeah, it was fine. I won every time.
You
so-
won. Well, because you know them all.
Ooh, all the judges? No, I didn't. I didn't know. I don't
You
know.
knew 2 out of the
Upgrade.
5.
I don't know Upgrade that much. I know Toure and
You
Don
know
P.
of Upgrade. He knows you though.
Yeah, and I know. I didn't know DJ Slappy.
Yeah, I
And
heard you
then
went to Slappy.
the hosts were also against me as well. But
The hosts were against you?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
How do you know that?
I don't know. They just every time the judges voted with like 1 point more, they would just make it go into overtime. Like we would have to go into extra time and do extra. I was like, come on, bro.
So they had it out for you, or whatever.
Yeah, and I wasn't completely prepared for the battle. Like I was still going in like kind of blindfolded, and I was like, what should I do? But then after I seen like the first couple rounds, I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah. Well, why was it over?
Because I got this.
Oh, okay. Well, so the other DJs were trash or something like that?
I wouldn't say they were trash. I definitely wouldn't say they were trash. I would just say they need work. They weren't. They didn't bring the energy I brought.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You gotta bring energy as a DJ. It's not just playing music, right?
And I got to see that. Like everybody was more focused on mixing and transition.
Transitions.
I already have that. Like that's down packed to me. That's first.
You can transition any beat to any beat.
Yeah, like whatever I need to do, cut, beat break, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Rick Lee has this machine where he just pushes a button and it transitions it for him. He showed me that. I'm like, aren't you like a real DJ? He's like, yeah, but you know.
Rick Lee.
I'm like,
Transition
okay.
song.
You just this one button. It says it doesn't do it perfectly. You kind of have to do it yourself. But if you know like the beats are similar, then
Yeah, it's pretty
if
easy.
the tempo's similar,
easier
but if the beat's not similar, then it's not gonna.
Yeah.
It's like an AI version of Matchup. Early AI.
Yeah, that's why a lot of vinyl DJs were hating on controllers. Like, oh, that's not, you know.
Yeah, because the controllers is cheating, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too well versed in the DJ culture, but it's funny to DJs talk about that, you know, because there's a certain type of personality to be a DJ, and DJs like usually instantly click.
Yeah, sometimes,
you know, when they talk.
Sometimes we butt heads.
Really?
Yeah.
About what?
Some people have an ego, you know. I don't know. I don't do the ego thing. I've done great
But
things.
that's not with DJing.
Things,
That's just
you know.
that's just with mankind.
That too. Yeah,
Everything. There's always a guy with an ego that fucks up everything.
that is true.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I see it all the time, man. They're kind of annoying to work with. You know.
Yeah, you work with a lot of DJs, right, over the years?
Yeah, not really. Well, yeah, a lot in comparison, but I feel like as a promoter, you know, I haven't because I kind of stuck with you for a long time, and I stuck with Butcher a long time, and there were some other guys, and there were some guys that I trained to be a DJ. So I'm not gonna lie, you can train someone to do my shows. My shows aren't that complicated.
Nah, not unless you're talking about like 40 artists.
But that's the thing. It's just. But if which I do have, but if I have all the music ready,
Yeah.
which I usually did,
Yeah.
easy.
And even if you didn't, I had to, you know.
Yeah, you came through for me a lot. I think you even got a hot spot for me a couple of times. An artist, you were really good at that. You were one of my favorite DJs to work with because I never really had issues with you. Like if I had an issue, you just handle it. It wasn't even an issue, but with a less technologically advanced DJ, they start freaking out or whoop or you know.
You definitely have to know all ends of it, where it's like technical, hooking up wires, or you know.
And you're a cool customer, so the shows are crazy. I think you can feel that energy from a promoter. Like shit can be unorganized and crazy.
Yeah,
The pressure is crazy.
Crucial right now.
I gotta like talk about throwing a show. It's so crazy. When I was throwing shows, it was so crazy because I'd have
You
to
should see this guy running around in his sandals, chasing after artists left and right.
Yeah, so I would do the show in my sandals. This is a clip. I'd do the show in my sandals, and then I'd have to like get all the artists lined up, and some of these guys I never saw till the day of the show. So I didn't know what they looked like, and I have to go out their Instagram because we only talked on Instagram.
Right. I remember you'd be like, "Have you seen this artist?
Yeah, shout this guy out.
Get him to the booth. Such and such. Come to the DJ.
This
booth.
guy owes me like $1,000. I don't know what the fuck he looks like. You know,
trying to sneak on stage and perform.
And how many times guys try to sneak? That's what used to really piss me off, when like the personality of someone would want to sneak on stage and take someone's
They'll
time.
pay you like the bare minimum, and then they'll be like, "I'll give you the rest when I get to the show."
Those guys really pissed me off
to the
too.
show.
Well, no, I had plenty of guys were like, "Bro, I'll give you the money after the show."
What?
I know, and I'm like, bro,
That goes along with DJing. Like, I kind of need my money up front, like
because they want to pay you after.
I have recent advances where people try to pay me after, or you know, the day after. Even I'm like,
The day after?
I'll give you like 10 hours before I have somebody show
The
up to
day
you.
after?
I'll give you 10 hours.
That's ridiculous. I cannot stand
Yeah.
the delay of payment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
I'm
terrible.
telling you, as a promoter or as anyone out there, if you guys owe someone a service, bro, it means a lot when you pay up front.
Bro, if you pay up front,
If you pay up front, we're going in our dialogue like we fucking with you.
My mood is way better.
Yeah.
I can tell you're
Everything's better.
It's just,
But some of these guys, bro, like, I gotta explain. Like some of these ways to get paid after a video shoot, or they have me do the craziest shit after the shoot, and I'm like, bro, just pay me. I'm tired. I've been taking y'all direction for hours straight.
boy.
Like, let me go. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just
Follow me to
like,
ATM.
Well, I think if you're in your first year of shooting, you might be like, oh, hang out and I'll kick it. But I've been doing this for years, so I'm like,
Yeah, that goes with the DJ thing too.
DJ thing too.
They want me
You
to just like play extra music after I'm done with my set, and I'm like, yo, I gotta go.
I'm
home.
done. I felt that because I've asked y'all guys to play stuff, and y'all have the same answer. Like, bro, the equipment's already. You're like the DJs like you just are nice, and well, the equipment's already down. And I'm like,
I mean, I leave.
All right.
You might have got about. It take me about maybe 15 minutes to pack up. I might leave one speaker playing or something light if I gotta pack up hella fast.
Well, the bar can play music.
A lot of people have speakers that are Bluetooth.
They can hook up to the Bluetooth.
Hook up to the
A lot of
aux
the bartenders
cord.
end up hooking up to the Bluetooth.
Yeah, aux cord and everything.
That's the way it is at bars right now. They just
Yeah.
that's the way music is and should be. You just hook up, Bluetooth it. That's why
I
iPhones
wish
are all
DJ
Bluetooth.
equipment was Bluetoothable too.
This should be though, right?
Eliminate the wires.
Yeah, because the wires is crazy.
Crazy.
So if Apple was behind,
So peep this. You know how much the XLR cables are? The 3-prong ones with the little fat mic cords. You know
Yeah.
the mic cord ones.
yeah,
Those good ones are like $40 to $100, depending on how long.
they're $100 for the
A
Megami
piece,
cables.
A piece.
A Megami cable is $100.
Regular cables, and then
$100.
that much.
This is why it's important. This is why it's important to have good wires, from what I learned, because you can buy the cheap wires from Guitar Center if you're in the back end of doing equipment and engineering or DJing. That hiss just comes out of nowhere.
There's his. You can
That
tell
white
when the cord is
noise.
cheap, you know.
It's cheap, and then the problem is the end connecting part is
Those
cheap.
wear out. Yeah,
They're
they don't click all the
They don't click.
time.
Yeah, they're just made cheap, and that's what fucks it up. So if you're not good at splicing your own wire, then you better should just buy the Megami cable.
I don't know who splices their own wires anymore.
I know a
That's
couple of
old school
people
shit.
do. Yeah, they know how to splice. I'm like, what the?
That's better than drugs.
Yeah, it's like when your
Selling
big lighter
wires.
breaks and you know how to get in there and fix it and it works. And you got some engineering, dude. So yeah, like the way you wrap your cords is very important too.
Definitely. Oh,
You gotta wrap if you have anything to do with equipment, you gotta wrap cords good because it's
some
all about
cords
your
are
wrap game.
crucial too.
You gotta do the figure 8 wrap,
power cords. They're very crucial.
dude. And people just do this stupid wrap thing where they wrap it around their arm like they're in the fucking army. It's not a rope; it's a fucking power cord. Like,
I mean, I kind of do it for longer, like extension cords. Yeah.
the best thing to do for an extension cord is lay it all out, bring one end over, and then do the figure 8 motion where you're just like,
Yeah.
you know, that's the best method because they don't tangle. It's Boy Scout shit.
Yeah, you would know something like that. I went to Boy Scouts for like maybe a week.
I never did Boy Scouts. My parents couldn't afford that.
Yeah.
They're hell Asian coming in
It
this
was off
family.
after a while.
Yeah, they did Little League, and that was a big investment for them. They said,
I did the Boys and Girls Club.
"Yeah, what's up with the Boys Girls Club?
That spot was
Is that only in
the
Oakland?
spot.
Because for
No,
some reason, only
that's
people in Oakland tell me about the
countrywide.
YMCA and the."
I can't say countrywide because there's some dry spots, but I'm sure every like major city, minor cities be having those. Yeah,
The Boys and Girls Club.
yeah.
That's where you went?
Yep, Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo?
Right there on what is that? Bailey Street.
Yeah. But you never been to one here.
I seen them here.
Yeah.
They look hood.
Yeah, they are hood. Well, that's what I was saying, because the only people in the Bay Area that go to Boys and Girls Club are like literally people from Oakland.
Yeah.
I never heard anyone from like Union City or Hayward or Sancho or
I don't
Foster
know. Might be
City.
an inner city thing.
Yeah, I think it is an inner city thing, and I was just
they
like,
definitely need more outlets in the inner city like that, though. It was
no, it's important.
It's definitely
it's important because people from Oakland were like, that was everything after school. Like, go to the Boys and Girls Club, and they have everything there.
everything.
And I'm like,
I'd be
that's
playing
cool.
video games and everything.
Yeah.
Playing basketball, doing homework,
Yeah.
learning, everything.
So there's a lot of trouble there too,
Yeah.
because they all meet up there and stuff that goes down. So like, there is no like there is no Boys and Girls Club for like Union City. No one in Union City ever went to a Boys and
You
Girls
guys on the
Club.
YMCA?
Well, we had a gym. We had like 24-hour fitness. So.
YMCA?
No, we didn't have a YMCA.
Sheesh.
Suburbs. It's like they're dry. They're just boring. It's just
I would have thought the suburbs have a Y, though. Everybody lives the Y.
no. I don't think this. Fremont, San Jose. I can't think of any of them going to YMCA.
It's
Maybe
dry.
San Jose.
Dry Bay area.
It's pretty dry. Bear's pretty dry. It's becoming drier as the day goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are moving. The Corona thing just made hella people move.
Hella people, it's so bad U-Haul doesn't have any trucks.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we only have one way.
One ways.
Round trip equipment. Round trip equipment.
Well, they're going to Austin. They're following Tesla.
Is that where Tesla's going?
Do you remember Ashton Kanash?
No.
She's a promoter out here in the Bay. She's the girl.
Oh yeah, Ashton.
What's her
I know
name?
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, please.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. No.
She moved out there to Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought that was a trip. 'Cause she did shows out here. She was an event promoter.
She's an event promoter and a photographer.
And a photographer.
I think I seen her at the 420 Snoop Dogg event.
I always see her. She would roll through San Jose on rollerblades and pass out flyers on the cars. I'm like, okay, you're active.
Yeah, she was in San Jose for tough. Like,
And cute. Really cute. And just like, I'm on my business. Like, you can't with me. Like, that's awesome.
She's a dope person.
She's hella dope. Well, because she's very beautiful, but she don't carry herself like I'm easy. You know, she's just like, this is business, bro. Like, and she kind of gives
You
up that
follow her on
vibe.
Instagram?
Yeah, I do.
Do you see the trips that she be showing, like the little?
Yeah, she's doing her little complex thing. Are you coming?
Are you coming?
Are you coming? I like that. I like those outlets. El Del Rey Corrido is another one I follow that does that content.
Like hell no.
Complex does that content. You know what's funny though? When Complex shares something, why is it automatically viral?
Because they have that platform already.
So, but that's what I'm saying. If they share it, because they were the first ones to share that Mexican dude drinking that cranberry.
Hip hop media.
But I think they were the first outlet to share that Mexican dude drinking cranberry. I know it went big on TikTok, but it's almost like when they showed it on Instagram, then it was like official. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. Complex has a. Do you notice that the Complex has a weird?
I don't follow them too much.
You don't follow them?
Stuff here and there. But
Their posts are like everything.
Yeah.
They're always going like viral, and every time they post something, then an article says it's viral, and it's just
everybody's just right behind it, and you start seeing it.
I don't even know how they
the thing
got
about
to that.
Social media is seeing the same videos over and over and over.
So they go viral. That's why.
Posted with different.
That's an algorithm thing, though.
We posted with different music and everything. It's branding.
Yeah.
Take a video and just put.
Well, what video? You mean like a video that goes viral that someone's just doing something regular, or like what?
Like viral. I don't know anything. Like funny, mostly funny sales. Funny and violence.
Fights are way less viral than they used to be, to me.
Just a little bit.
I feel like they Instagram try to tone them down.
It depends on what it is.
Who you follow too.
I mean, but Instagram has been tripping lately.
Hella tripping. Everyone's going to TikTok.
I can't even smoke weed on Instagram.
No, they'll kick you out. But you can smoke it on TikTok. The Chinese don't care if you smoke weed on there.
Oh boy.
Chinese want all that information.
I just really got into TikTok again. I don't have a post.
But you gotta be like a kid or going through puberty to really feel it. The bright colors and the loud music. And
there's a lot of young adults around my age that are on it.
It's bright and it's loud. It's like, perfect.
And a lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy. You got pretty people dancing and moving. And when old people see that, we just think about our knees hurting and that shit ain't like.
My knees definitely.
Yeah, my knee hurts. Like, don't move like that.
Watching them kids do that feet shuffle.
Yeah, they do it with the feet. Then you're just like, don't move like that.
Like,
I ain't gonna move like that later.
Move that fast no more.
No, I like TikTok. I feel like I was one of the first people that were telling people like, you need to be on TikTok. You gotta put your music on TikTok. You gotta.
I don't know about me, but I just don't follow like fast trends, like stuff that pops up out of the blue and everybody's like, ah.
That's why you're not viral.
I'm like,
that's why you're not known. That's why you're a mediocre DJ.
I'm fine with mediocre. Mediocre keeps.
Nah, you're a really good DJ. I'm just playing. You're a really amazing DJ. You're actually. I hate to say it because all my other guys, but yeah, you're one of my favorite DJs. Just off the music you play, the professionalism. There's never a fucking issue when I book you. I fucking love that because.
I can say it. I'm not boosting my ego or nothing. There's usually never any problems in any of
You have a
my
good
history.
technical sense of
14 years of DJing. I've not had one problem with any customer.
Where do you get your technical sense of knowledge from?
Just growing up, messing with, take apart the VCR, put it back together.
Oh, you're that dude?
Yeah, I'm that guy. Build your computer for you, everything.
You can't build a computer.
I sure can.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing I can't do. I'm a jack of all.
Well, I've never
trades.
seen you do it. I'm not judging you, but you never talked about
I
that.
put this together.
You did. No, every time I have a problem with the roadcaster, I call you, and then I was thinking about just getting an Instagram. I mean, an iPhone, because you have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have Samsung.
That's what I'm saying. All y'all be like, "Hey, I'll just FaceTime you." Believe, and I feel hella stupid. Like,
I mean, well, if you don't have FaceTime, you got to go to Duo, which is Google's version of,
And I just use WhatsApp. WhatsApp has a great video call thing.
Sure, use another Facebook app.
Is that a Facebook app?
Yes, Facebook owns hella.
Isn't it encrypted though? WhatsApp?
Or
is it Signal?
I don't trust nobody that says their stuff is encrypted.
Signal. I trust Signal.
Apple be dropping the bombs.
Yeah, Apple be dropping the bomb. But Signal doesn't go through Apple server. Like if you're on
Signal,
like,
I heard of that.
Yeah, if you're on Signal and you have an Apple iPhone, it won't go through their server. It goes only to their own server, and it can like self-destruct the image. You know who uses Signal that I trust?
Drug dealers.
Yes. Well, yeah, because they know they're the first lab rats of encryption.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they're the first lab rats of encryption is drug dealers.
Black market tree.
Yeah, they figured it out. But if you know anyone in the black market, they know how to encrypt themselves.
Know a lot about security.
Eric Snowden
And stuff. Yeah.
You know who Eric Snowden is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he leaked all that shit about
Leakers.
spying on us, and he uses Signal.
I'm surprised is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive, and he uses Signal.
That's crazy.
So that should tell you something about Signal.
Yeah.
This fool's running from the whole country of America. You know what I mean? And he just uses Signal. He's just in a cut with Signal. So yeah, that's a clip. If if you're just in the black market, you don't have Signal, you're tripping. Because they don't have those low 2D phones no more that flip, and all they do is call and text.
Yeah,
they don't have that.
More easier to access.
Bro, I went to the store asking for one. They're like, we don't have it. And I'm like, nah, come on, bro. Like, I just want the flip phone. I just want a phone. I just want a text. And I was like, no, we don't have it. And I'm like,
Metro.
I didn't go to. Do they have them at Metro?
They usually have them at Metro.
They don't have them. They don't have them at Walmart. They used to have them at Walmart. They don't have them at Walmart. They don't have them at Verizon. They don't have them at T-Mobile.
Sure, Metro in Oakland has
everything's a smartphone. Everything's like a smartphone.
Yeah,
everything.
You gotta use prepaid or track phones for if you want a flip phone.
That's what I want. A track phone.
Yeah.
Know what that's called?
Smart Talk track phone, whatever it's called.
I don't even have those anymore, bro. I literally walk through Walmart's aisle.
Walmart really doesn't have any of those for sale.
I really look. Let me go look again. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't want to act like I'm lying.
I thought that was the trap wave still. They still had those.
Bro, I actually just like that phone because I don't like putting that screen to my ear, and I don't like the Bluetooth.
The phone be hot,
and the Bluetooth, I don't trust that. I don't trust nothing about my ear like that. I like something hella low D.
Yeah.
I don't want to place a lithium battery next to my head.
Get like high frequency pitches in my ear. I don't know what the that's about.
You're a DJ. That's important.
Yeah.
I get headaches when I'm talking longer than an hour. I don't give a what the excuse is or what. I get a headache, and it's because I've been doing this, and it's warm, and it's pressing against this. I don't know what
and
the.
You're holding it. You don't use headphones, like earbuds, AirPods. No, you don't have an iPhone. My bad.
Yes. See,
like they have Samsung versions of those. Though.
Yeah, but no one's rocking that.
People are.
You know what's weird is if you're not an iPhone guy, you're not rocking AirPods, and I think it's because we feel like
I don't rock AirPods. I personally don't like them. I never really trusted the AirPods.
Okay, but do you work out?
Yeah, I play basketball.
That's what I'm saying. You got it's something active with the AirPods.
I have.
Okay,
have.
if you're not active, why the f are you wearing AirPods?
I have JBL headphones, like wireless buds.
Well, I have like some Monster headphones, and they're horrible to work out in because they hang here, and you're doing awkward angles, and they fall off a lot. Yeah, no. And I got hair up here that I wear like in a bun sometimes, so that don't fit right ever.
Yeah, no.
You know.
Yeah, your hair is a mess.
It's a mess. I love it. Yeah, I never combed it before. Well, you know why? Because I see like older people comb their hair and their hair's all balding, and I'm like, what the f are you combing? It's just like,
it's crazy when you actually run the comb through your hair. You watch how much hair.
That's what I don't like that feeling, bro. I don't like that feeling. And I'm like, am I actually pulling hair out?
I don't have that problem, but you know.
Well, I've had that problem.
I keep my stuff low, you know.
I've thrown a comb away like that. Got way too much hair in it.
We've seen. I think my girl did your hair one time. Had it nice for like 4 days.
Huh?
So I think she had it nice for like 4 days.
Yeah, it went away. It goes away. Let's not worry about who that is. Should get an on-air caller? Should we do that?
Who is that?
No, you don't want to know.
Never know who on-air callers are. It's hella funny.
I felt like just putting her on, like, hey, start talking.
Business, you're just like, who's calling? Unless you have like caller ID or like you set it up. Like most of like on air FM is like pre-recorded. So like,
well, it's some of it's live because they dump.
Yeah.
But you're right, because when I went to KMEL,
I called a contest one time and I won.
No, you're absolutely right.
And they're like, just hold on for a second. And
yeah.
Like, so this is da 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 da. And they're like,
no, I was wrong. You're right. It's all in the same day within the same like 20 minutes, but it's recorded literally like 20 minutes before. And I did it because I was at KMEL and I was on the morning show, and then they're like, hold on. Oh, that's good, Brian, but hold on. No, say it again, Brian. Like, and I'm like, what? Say it again. I'm like, okay. And, I said it again. And I said it again. And then okay. And she was editing it. Sana G was editing it, like,
on the fly. Right
there. Like, it had to sound good and fast. She took out all the space. That's why when you're on the radio, there's no space.
You're right.
Talk. Yeah. They'll never have a delay. Now I figured out why. Like, they edit the conversation. And whoever's the radio host is good at editing. So they have that feel,
I'm not doing all of that.
No, but I'm saying really good radio hosts are editors on the spot.
Yeah, I can see that. Or they have like somebody in the back.
This is a clip. Yeah, well, no, like every radio host that like if you watch radio shows and hear them, like they're all fast paced. They have no spacing. It's laughing, and then they add a laugh. She added a laugh track. Like she played the whole thing, and then while the other dude was talking, she went ha ha. Like, and I'm thinking like hearing it, like they're just on because they drink coffee. But like, nah, bro. Like they add the laughs, they add the thing, and that's why the laughs sound weird sometimes. Like the laugh be sounding hella like out of place or 3D or.
Right.
You ever hear that? Like it's just like she sounded normal, then she sounded up here. What the? And that's because it's all recorded at different times or different. It's just weird.
That's crazy.
That's how they promo all the stuff. Everything we talk about is like, oh, that was whack. We gotta do that. We gotta do something else. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Or or
I
something.
thought about being a radio host, like an actual FM. Radio.
It's tough work. And you got to be there every day. And listen, I've seen like people like I know at KMEL personally work themselves into a position, and it was tough because like Ro, who I knew from KSJS,
I remember doing a show with her.
Yeah,
she's dope. I still remember
she's dope.
her to this day.
Okay, she's been interning there for years.
She's still interning?
No, not now. She's like a personality now, but it had to be like 2 or 3 years. Like she was just there,
and they're filling in
late night,
everybody that
filling in, and like she had to do a leap year and Sundays, holidays, and I'm like, and now she's on. Yeah. Now she's like Rick Lee's coworker, which is crazy, and I'm like, that's cool. That's fucking cool because I seen her at KSJS doing the same like underground radio.
College.
That's what taught me what success was about. Like looking at people like Ro. I'm gonna tag her in this, but like she grinded. She worked for free for a very long time. From what I understood at KML, she had a great attitude. She didn't complain. She never felt entitled. And they gave her spot. And now she's on it. And she really wanted it. And that's the thing about success is tough is that
you never know when that moment is.
Is it? And I'm sure at a certain point, a lot of people go like, "This ain't even all that like I thought it was."
Right.
Like you didn't really want it. You know what I mean? And she did. So she stuck it out. And then her and also G-Biz too.
Yeah, G-Biz.
Hella long. They've been grinding hella long.
Salute. It takes a long.
Takes a long time to be a radio DJ.
Yeah. You got to start your own like I did.
Yeah.
Online radio platforms.
Well, they should be doing their own podcast, I feel like. Yeah. Because they have the platform. But who knows how long the platform will be there. Because, radio is. I still listen to radio, but I'm old.
Apparently, they still have a
great following.
A couple thousand followers or so.
Don't say it's a couple thousand.
Like 30,
it's got to be way more.
I'm thinking about 30 to 100,000 listeners. Well, I mean,
it's got to be because hella people still call in and everyone old still listens. I can't do the apps all the time. It's confusing. And when you're young and you have the energy to pick your own playlist, like you do that type of. When you're old and working, you don't got no time for no playlist, bro.
Well, if you're in a car, a lot of people listen to the radio sometimes still, but everything has Bluetooth now.
Your age listens to radio?
I hear people driving around slapping the radio.
Slapping the radio? So you still hear people?
We still need to find out what they playing. Like, they be having some we don't know about.
Rick Lee's still on it.
I've always listened to the radio and heard something. I'm like,
that's cool.
I have to have that song. That song was dope.
Shout out the DJs if they get
definitely,
because they're real.
Always breaking records.
Yeah, they're always breaking records. They're still real people.
Yeah,
the DJs are still real and all the radio. They're like,
definitely.
Yeah, they're getting paid to be a professional. Rick Lee, I mean, he's old and he's Chinese and he still cares about the latest rap shit.
Yeah, shout out to all the older DJs.
And they're still in that shit. Yeah. Mind Motion. He's still doing
legendary.
It. Chewy Gomez.
Legendary.
Chewy Gomez is like a Hall of Fame radio personality.
Yeah, I remember my first show with Chewy. It was like probably my first and only show.
What do you mean your first show?
My first show with Chewy.
Like
I did a
on the radio or on the?
I did an event with him.
Okay, on the event.
Yeah, it was on Treasure Island.
He's hella personable.
Yeah,
comes up to you. He's a legend though. You didn't grow up in the Bay.
No,
but we did.
No, but I still understand and respect all you know.
Yeah.
All rules.
Chewy was like the first crazy DJ on the radio because all the other DJs sounded kind of square, and Chewy sounded hella Mexican.
I know all the town legends. You know, I know all the Bay Area legends and work with a lot of them.
Yeah.
I respect the game.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually probably more fascinated than y'all are. Y'all live here.
No, I think it's very fascinating because the Bay Area is such a different sound than New York or.
Bro, I grew up on E40 out of New York. E40.
There's no way you were up in E40 in New York
E40
before you were in the Bay.
Yeah, way before.
And you liked it?
Like, I'm talking about like Lieutenant Roastabotch. I'm talking about
Lieutenant Roastabotch.
Hello.
This is a clip. Hold on. So, how did people in the East Coast take to E40?
Bro, they was slapping E40. E40 is a classic legend, bro. You know that.
Why? But from the East Coast, because doesn't it sound weird if you're from the East Coast? Like you understood all the shit.
No.
Okay.
I can honestly say.
So certain he would say, you'd be like, "What the fuck was that mean?"
Yeah,
like that's cool though. That's actually cool.
Like
that's cool.
Across coasts is completely different.
Yeah.
Like, they use different.
Yeah.
Different
that's kind of cool when someone else is just like, I don't know what the fuck that meant. You're clearly American, and they're just like, I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, E40, Tupac. You know, I was like, Tupac's from the town. When I moved here, I was like, I didn't know. See, y'all giving me all the history on everything.
Well, he's not from the town, but he got his game from the town. Yeah, because he's from the East Coast.
Yeah,
Tupac's from the East Coast.
I get confused with that all the time. People be telling me stories.
Did you think San Francisco was right next to L.A.?
No, definitely not.
Okay,
actually, I didn't have any idea about where I was flying into. You know, like
right. So you didn't know how far L.A. was.
I don't know where nothing around Oakland was. I didn't know Berkeley was right here.
But you knew you was coming into California.
I didn't know San Jose is right there. But I hear about all these cities all the time.
Well, how old were you?
18.
Okay.
18.
Oh, so you were okay.
19,
and then so,
19.
what did you think when you saw your first fine California chick? What were you like, oh yeah, this is it.
Oh yeah, no, women. Whew, you can't compare.
It was different.
Yeah, definitely.
What's Buffalo like?
Oakland booty.
The Oakland booty is serious ghetto booty. Well, like the women in Oakland just look very exotic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're different from black women from
Everywhere.
Alameda or whatever. They have their own look.
Yeah.
You know.
LA too. LA has like more that model glamour look.
Yeah, but you can get that in San Francisco.
It's fake.
You get that in San Francisco.
San Francisco, you get more like the techie.
Nah, bro, you get any kind of girl in San Francisco. That's what I love about Frisco. But you get the weirdest looking white women in San Francisco. Like she came from the corners of Russia. Like when I see,
you ain't lying. You're not lying.
Yeah, I'm like that girl. I've never seen that. Like
Uber driving,
and I can't even say that it's cute. It's just like, she's dressing nice, so it looks beautiful. But I can't. It's just like
they have different culture, different style.
Way different swag, way different.
Definitely.
Yeah, and they're only right there, but they're different from LA. But I had a couple of people I talked to who had moved from LA to Frisco.
LA is bougie.
LA's not that dope. If it wasn't for all the stars and all
it's
that,
bougie. It's like hood glamorous.
You got the glamour. You got Venice Beach, and that's about it.
There's some nice places. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful atmosphere.
Yeah,
it's just bougie.
Well, it's California, so it's definitely beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't know why Central America doesn't get no play. I'm Central
America.
California.
Central America.
Central California doesn't really get no play.
It's like Central America is that?
But why isn't Central California beautiful?
Like what? Fresno?
You know what I mean? It's like LA and the Bay,
desert,
and it's just like
like dry.
It's just like
crops.
Cow poop.
Yo,
You know about that one Jack in the Box on the 5?
The 5
in the middle of the 5.
The 5, the infamous Jack box.
Why is that Jack in the Box in the middle of all that cow so good? I think it's just because you're in the middle of nowhere.
Like the beef comes straight from there, maybe.
That's what it feels like.
It's fresh as hell.
The beef is right from that cow's ass, man.
I don't know. I don't really stop much places on the 5. I usually get a lot of snacks if I'm on the road.
Yeah.
Hella snacks and stuff like that.
The stopping on the 5 is tradition. It's like
right before you get to LA, maybe. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people
Like
gas up in the bay.
After the cow stenches.
A lot of people do gas up in the
5
bay.
miles.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're driving though too, because you might have to stop 2-3 times.
SUVs are going to stop 3 times.
I took a Mini Cooper all the way there and no stops.
That's not comfortable.
2 people it was. I was
Okay,
asleep.
2 people. Yeah. It's a little dangerous.
Yeah, it's a small car.
Crashing in that thing at like 80 miles an hour, you're definitely done.
They have airbags.
I flew to LA my last time, and I'm just like, I'm never driving again.
I did too.
Because you know when it's hot and your car breaks down the 5, you could die.
Bro,
You could die.
I have this trip to Vegas from hell.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like going to Vegas in the middle of the summer is stupid.
Okay,
if you're
so-
driving, because your car could break down.
I would never.
And you would be dead. Like 120 degree weather.
We went through Death Valley.
120 degree weather. It be hitting 129.
With no AC. With no AC.
You're nuts, bro.
I passed out. Woke up and passed out again. It was that hot riding through the car full, 5 people deep. Like it was like 4 women and me.
No AC.
No AC, hot as hell. Like bodies just stuck to each other. Like bro,
And no one overheated?
Nobody overheated. We stayed hydrated, but it was that hot. It was really that hot. Like
You can get heat stroke like that.
yeah, just driving through there, it was ridiculous.
Back in the
It
day,
cooled
they
down.
didn't have AC, and they drove through fucking Vegas. How did they do it?
I can't.
How did they do it?
It's 1:15 on like a good day. Man.
When you're watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, that dude was dragged through in a convertible, like on drugs. Like what the?
It's a movie.
I got a panic attack just watching it. I'm like, bro, you're in the desert. Like
That
no
was the
AC.
worst
They didn't have no AC in the old cars,
experience
right?
of my life. Yeah.
You almost died on the 5.
Did you?
Yeah, because I remember I went to go. I was dating Gianna at the time, and I went to go meet her in Los Banos. And during the summer, bro, so I hit the steam room in the sauna before I left at 9 in the morning, thinking I was gonna get out there by like 11, and I ended up hitting the 5 at 11. And it was already like 100 degrees.
After you hit the steam.
After I hit this, so I had no liquids. I didn't stop for liquids, and I remember I almost passed out.
So let me,
On the 5.
Let me, ask you, what goes through your mind when
I'm about to die.
you're not about to die? you decide to go to the steam room before a hot day. Like, did you not check
I
the
wanted.
weather?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. I was taking a long trip.
You were already gonna sweat it. You know,
You're
I'll tell
right,
you
but
that.
I knew that I wasn't gonna like exercise for the next 3 days. So I wanted that good that good feeling when you get out and
So
you're
3
clear.
days is like a lot for you. It's like
To not work out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. I love working out. Every day.
My knees hurt.
Yeah, mine does too, but I do squats and they feel better. You gotta do squats if your knees hurt. I told that to Maddie because Maddie had knee trouble and I had knee trouble. Bro, I don't know what the fuck happened with my knees, bro, but like 6 years ago, it felt like the knee was coming off the bone and I couldn't walk. I couldn't play back. I was like, what the fuck is wrong?
It's a terrible injury.
Dude, and then I slowly got it back. I remember going to the gym every day and then just walking on the Stairmasters like slowly as like slow. I remember
That was slow.
that I was slow. I remember like looking at some girl I used to date and they're just feeling depressed. Like I can't even walk. I used to date that girl. And then I remember looking at the basketball court like as I was on the Stairmaster like depressed. Like I'll never play again. I'll never play again.
Never.
And then a year later I started doing squats and that squats really got me back.
We balling tonight?
Are they going to the gym tonight?
Yes, sir.
They are? Oh, they don't really hit me anymore.
No, you just throw your name on the list all the time, though.
They do?
I thought that was something you communicated.
No.
Swear to God,
Twan doesn't even hit me.
I pull up and look for you. I'm like, be a game.
So it's every Tuesday at 9?
Tuesdays, Mondays, Thursdays, depending on Monday and Tuesday.
Either or though, not every.
Yeah, not every.
Okay.
Day, Tuesday.
Because the reason why I didn't go last time, because we end at 10:30, bro, and I can't go to sleep. I ended up staying all night.
For real?
Yeah, I was up all night, and we
played until 11 one night. It was like 9:30 to 11.
Yeah, how fast do you go to sleep after that?
Bro, sleep. What's sleep? My motto is no sleep. I even got a brand new song called.
It's a cool motto, but you gotta have sleep.
No sleep.
No, all that hustling shit sounds cool.
No, it definitely sounds cool as hell. But I can tell you this much: I just did the after hours back to back, and I was double booked, so I had like 3 gigs this weekend.
Okay.
About time Sunday came, it was Mother's Day. I still had to get up and go grab all the Mother's Day stuff. Something about basketball.
I love basketball.
Do you watch basketball?
All the time.
Oh, you do?
But now I don't, because like I don't watch TV or movies ever. But you notice when I come in my office that it's on.
Yeah.
I'm not watching it.
I don't spend that much time watching TV.
I just like the background noise.
I play video games.
Like if I'm at my house, I don't like I just turn the TV on just because of the noise, so I fucking not as lonely there or something. You know,
the kids watch TV.
Yeah. Oh, you got kids now. You're doing that talk. Got the kids.
The twins.
The twins. How they doing?
They're good. They're 7 months.
Damn, time flies.
Time is flying.
You're a good father, I imagine.
Yeah.
You love playing with your kids.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
You smile a lot. They make you laugh a lot.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
Just looking at their face, it just brighten your day. Like, oh my God, they're so adorable.
Yeah, I don't have that feeling. I never had that bright day.
You don't have kids.
I would probably not brighten my day. I'm like, I got a show to do, man. I'm stressed.
No, I feel like, even looking at them, like, if not during a stressful moment, it just helps a little bit.
Because they're you, right?
Definitely.
They're you in different versions, and
so you kind of like use that as motivation and determination to be great, just in there, you know.
And then you think about you as a kid, and you're watching your parents too.
You want better. You want the best thing for them. So.
But it's a trip, right? Because you think about your parents, like, damn, they had me, and I was that age, and that's how they felt now, and that's how you know.
Yeah, like you learn from that too. If you paid attention to your parents, which is very important when you're growing up,
of course,
you'll be able to raise some kids
good kids. What they did and they didn't do.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I'm gonna take away from my parents is that I'm not gonna let if I have 2 child, I'm not gonna let them rat each other out. So I think that destroyed my relationship with my brother, was the fact that my parents allowed my brother to rat me out instead of having my back, which caused this tattletale
syndrome,
and it just split us up.
I just seen that.
I mean, we're kids, you know, so like I'm gonna do things against the grain.
Right.
Doesn't make me a horrible person, but to have your brother be rewarded just to you know, you think he's your favorite son, you treat him, because I was the youngest, so they're gonna treat me a certain way, and then it's like,
see, that's the thing with twins. You got to learn from the gate. You cannot play favorites. There's no favoritism involved. So, like, as they get older, I'm sure it'll be tougher.
It's tough.
I'm sure it'll be tougher, but like right now, there's just like no, like I have a boy and a girl, and I love the girl, but the boy is mine. Like,
I feel it. But it's like the same thing every time though, because the firstborn gets to the toughest because they were born in the most uncertainty, you know. And then when the second kid comes around, it's a little bit more stable.
Yeah, you have like more experience with it already.
That's why I feel for my brother. I'm like, okay, you had to be here first, and it wasn't like they were probably figuring shit out, and you had to hear the fights, like, you know. And then
I would say the first year of having kids with someone
rough.
Really rough.
You're arguing. You're like, no, it has to be done like this, and he's gonna grow up.
And spending the right amount of time with each other, you just confused. Your schedules are like.
It's so against you as a couple, bro. It's so against you as a couple because you gotta treat the kid as if it's like a golden, you know, and then you gotta focus on each other. It's just crazy.
Tell me about that, twins.
So many people, you know, you guys are so together, so I can feel comfortable. So many people split up.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
While the first year of the kid is created, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Korean, so I don't, you know, when our family hooked up, they never split up.
Don't y'all get like forced to marry or something? Korean culture?
No, it's not no forced marriage. No, I mean my parents have suggested that they would introduce me and have
somebody.
Yeah, but I was like, nah.
Okay, so it's more.
But they do that in the culture for sure. They do. It's almost like a request thing now, though.
See, that's crazy.
That is crazy, but it's not a horrible thing.
Not necessarily.
If you see some of the way these guys go after women on Tinder and these, I mean, you should have your parent there to be like, she won't play you. You know what I'm saying? But
hey,
some
advice from the parents would be, whew.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I think most cultures should do it. If certain people have a hard time hooking up, players don't need it.
That's it. Yeah.
Good looking people don't need it, but there's some not great looking people out there. They don't have great mouthpiece, and you know,
parents matchmaking for the ugly.
Parents got mouthpiece.
Parents know you're ugly as hell.
You know, yeah. Well, you know, if you're ugly, and you don't have money, it could be a little tough for you.
I'm gonna let your dad campaign for you because you're not all there.
You think they got a little bit more mouthpiece than you.
Your dad has game. You have no game.
No, I don't know, but I didn't get a raise. I didn't want because that was weird. I didn't want the whole meeting to go down where like she walks in. I was just imagining the meeting like, okay, mom.
It wasn't a motion picture where she walks in and shit's glowing and her hair is
there is no picture. It's just like, no, her name is Kim. Be here on the stage.
Typical Korean American name.
And then the
Kim.
Parents talk, and then after the parents talk, then the people meet. In like in a setting that's like it's like weirdest. It's like the weirdest. But the setup can make you like her because it's like being presented. Maybe she's seen you. She knows more about you than you kind of know about her. So she has to kind of approve it to even come. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like if she gets there, it's not like it's like a blind date. Like oh this.
No.
Like if she's coming, she's already. You know,
I figured like the parents talked or whatnot.
The parents talked, and then it's like the girl gets more approval first. Like she needs to be approving of it more, and then the guy meets and see if he falls in love. It's a weird setup. It's a weird setup because she has to know your living style and income, and he doesn't get to know that shit yet.
American culture is so far off.
I don't know if it's far off. We get it right.
Land of the free.
Nah, this is like if you grew up in strict Asian culture, America got it right. Like that is dope. I get to go date
whoever you would like to.
Any race, any culture. That is that's like Baskin Robbins all day.
Yeah,
it's amazingly fun, bro. And I bet cousins in Korea think like that is the. I'm just married in the same vanilla. I've been licking all the same color. Everyone's Korean. Everyone's Korean.
Like everybody they're going to bring to you is going to
everything might be mixed.
Can you imagine like your Korean parents just bring home a black woman?
Oh my God. I would be flipping out like, what? It's lit.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's going down.
Where'd you find this chocolate girl?
Well, she might be hella Koreanized.
So have you been to Korea?
Yeah, I went there when I was 13.
13?
It was hella fun. The culture's beautiful. The city's beautiful.
Yeah, my guy D. LeBrie, he can spend some time out
there. No bullshit. When I was in my first subway, there was I'm not playing. There was a mountain of fake Nikes this high.
Shut up.
In the subway. Fake as fuck.
Well, for sale or what?
Yeah. Yeah, for sale.
So like a little flea market type thing.
I don't know what it was. It was just
so you know like how in Berkeley they have a little stand pop up on the
but it was I can't even say
underground.
Yeah, it was underground. A mountain of Nikes that were fake.
Like you know, like New York City tree, felt like that pyramid, like that big.
It was just like.
Just fake Nikes.
Like 10 shoes wide, and then they just piled up to like here.
Are they made in Korea? Or some of them?
Yeah, they were made in Korea at the time. All Nikes were made in Korea. So when I went there, it's like, oh, the homie that works at the Nike factory is gaming up this factory. And
defects.
I could look at them, and for instance, I knew from I was America, I'm like, that is so fake. It was bad. Like it was the spacing of the Nike. It was just.
No, you know what it is? Those are all the defects. Those are all the
these were made like bad. They were made bad, and
Nikki.
Yeah, it was like that. It was like that.
N-I-C-K-E.
And then the numbers didn't make sense because like a regular jacket would cost like 32,000 whatever in their numbers. I don't know the current, but it would be like 32,000. I'm like 32,000. I'm like, you take off. I gotta take off 3 zeros. Is that it? I'm like,
bro, other currencies are so different.
They're crazy.
Like a peso.
Now our currency looks like China currency, though. You know that, though?
It's close.
Because before it used to be just green, but now it's all the monopoly colors.
Bro,
And then, huh?
I said I don't know why they're doing.
But you noticed that,
They do
right?
that everywhere. Canada has the most colorful money.
China too.
Yeah.
Asia too. Asia has colorful ass money.
Colorful.
Hella colorful.
Vivid.
Now our shit looks like theirs. So
Why are we printing up colored money if we're going digital?
it's way harder to
Replicate.
replicate. Yeah. I knew someone that was replicating money. I met her. She spent her whole day breaking $100 bills. That's how she did it. She found the solvent, and she said her friend came up with the solvent. This is a clip, and he basically like found $10 bills, and because tens and fives had the lines in them,
Right.
so you would just blank the paper out somehow with the solvent, and then get it had to be a certain laser jet printer that, because there's certain jet printers don't print money,
Right.
because they see the image, they won't even print it.
I never knew that.
I got into it a little bit. So
I got in trouble in school for that.
so yeah, exactly. So certain jet print won't even print it. So you had to get a certain one before a certain year, and those ones didn't detect it, and they were color and all that, and so they would print a real 20 onto the paper or a real 100, and she just go around. She have a whole system. She's like, well, my system is to go to like nicer places that used to are seeing hundreds a lot. And she was Korean, so she was like, she was Asian. I'm sorry, and she would basically would pick blonde white women. She said that were older
As cashiers or tellers.
Yeah, because she said they were less likely to care or check if they're kind of pretty and vain in a way.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking horribly judgmental, but that's their system.
Science.
That was her. It was down to science,
It was literally
and all she did was make change. Buy clothes, make change. Buy this. So she buy something for like $2.10. Return it. Yeah, it was a hustle to her. It was crazy to watch. Crazy to watch.
That type of shit gets
Do you have any tens? Do
you
you have any tens?
I remember a friend of mine gave me a fake 5, and I went to go get gas.
Oh my god!
And she didn't know it was a fake 5 at the time.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was a fake 5 either. I'm just going to get gas.
Right.
He rings me up. I go out to the car. He's like, "Hey, come back in here." I come back and he's like, "This is a fake 5. What do you want me to do with this?" I was like, I don't know. I didn't know it was fake. I don't know what to do with it.
Right.
He's like, well, I can call the police now. I said, call the police.
Wow.
Like, nigga,
I gotta say something. That's horribly a racist thing to do.
Right.
It's like when you get counterfeit, I don't see how that's an offensible thing because you don't know that it's counterfeit.
If you're not checking, yeah, especially on a low bill like a 5 or 1.
So I deal with all cash, as you know.
Right.
So I'm always going to the bank after every month, and I got flagged because every month someone would give me a fake 20, a fake something, and the bank told me like, your account's not flagged, but it's like it could be. And it's noted that
you have
a lot of false money every time that you come in. It's not a good look, And I'm like,
definitely not.
Wow. I didn't even think of that. Like, wow. Yeah. And I'm like, how can I be at fault though? My business is hella cash. Like,
yeah, I guess the engineers got to start checking
money, pens, and
pens.
It was like it got bad.
Right?
Well, we cleaned up our client list a lot. That's why we don't deal with that. We don't get that kind of shit.
We shouldn't have to.
When you're a trap studio, man, you got to be gamed up. But I got a lot of game too. Did I tell you about my Instacart thing?
Yeah. No.
Bro, so back in the day, we used to get Instacart, bro. Right? So back in the day when Instacart first started in Frisco, they could only do orders in Frisco. We go get an order. I always noticed my boy come back and always pay studio sessions with prepaid credit cards. I'm like, how the hell are you doing that, right? And he showed me the game. And he said, bro, what you do is you go get an Instacart order. Because Instacart, they don't need your real name or nothing. You just go to the orientation, say your name is Bob Harry. They'll give you a card. Right. Then you go shop, right? And then the whole thing was like when you get an order, and let's say it's like $200, they had these cards back then. You know that back then, I don't know how they're doing it now, but like the way they're doing it now, it's like they wouldn't get the bill for a month. You know what I mean? Instacart wouldn't get the bill for a month. You could tell because of the credit card system they had set up.
Right.
So you would go do an order, and my friend would have to know the car was turned on. Then he would buy a bunch of prepaid Visa cards to max out the order, and then he'd call the company and say, "Oh, Instacart, the car's not working." And so all Instacart would do was reload the card with more money, because that's what they figured out would work. And it worked every time. Then we check out for the groceries, and while the car would still be on and have money, and then we go buy some more cards. I used to come home every day with like $300 to like $700 in like prepaid gift cards. It was crazy.
You know they stopped all of that now. Right?
They shut that.
You can't buy a card with a card no more.
No, I mean I was a part of that era. Like I saw what happened. Like I didn't do it personally, but I was just rolling with someone. And I just showed them the game, and they did everything. And I was just like, wow, it's crazy. Like.
For educational purposes only.
For educational purposes only, but like really worked. And I'm like, whoa.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of things that you wouldn't think that work. You ever heard of the vending machine scam?
The dollar with the tape? Or is it bigger than that now?
It was bigger than, well, it was before. This is a while back.
Yeah. I have a vending machine, so tell me.
I don't know if
Scared
it works
now.
on your vending machine. It worked on a Pepsi machine in front of a grocery store. I don't know.
Really?
My boy showed me. It was hella funny.
What is it?
You like put a 5 in the vending machine, and it would like give you the change back in quarters. You would like all the change. I mean, like like $4 and some change, whatever soda was back then.
Right.
$4 in quarters would give you your $5 back, and it would vend the soda.
Really? All vending machines did that? That's crazy.
There was a few that did that, yeah. I was like, wow.
I just found out there's like a vending master key.
Unlock anything. A lot of keys fit to a lot of same doors.
Hey, when you're a kid, a vending machine just looks so amazing.
One time, I think we had like a rec center, and we were in the hood.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. One dude just kicked the vending machine.
Oh, he just kicked it?
And it was a free-for-all.
Wait, didn't you know about the dollar trick with the tape? You ever did that as a kid?
No.
You put the dollar and you just put scotch tape on two ends of the dollar, and then you let like the dollar go in, and you just like pull it back out. And then you just, just like, we got the whole school's machine with that trick, and somehow they figured out something. And
Yeah.
you know about the trick?
Technologies.
Man, anyway, all right, well, all right, man. That was a great podcast.
Definitely.
It's my reoccurring guest right here, TNT. We out. Treetop Podcast. I don't know, 32.
Yeah.
About, my friend.
Yeah, I was like, I forgot. Somebody had asked to interview